People love a good mystery. We wonder who Jack the Ripper really was, or what happened on Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, or what is the secret of the Bermuda Triangle. Wait, that last one was solved. Certain mysteries are mysteries no more, thanks to scientific tools that perhaps didn't exist at the time of the occurrences. Investigators have been able to figure out the solutions to many earlier puzzles. Sometimes the researchers simply get lucky. Here are some former unsolved mysteries for which we now have a solution. You're welcome. Did Anastasia escape the Bolsheviks? A few years after Bolshevik assassins herded Tsar Nicholas II and his family members into a cellar and opened fire upon them in July 1918, a woman who called herself Anna Anderson surfaced in Europe, claiming to be the Tsar's youngest daughter, Anastasia. She said that she had been carried from the execution site by mysterious benefactors. Though rejected by Romanov relatives, her saga was sufficiently intriguing that Hollywood made it into a 1956 movie starring Ingrid Bergman. Rumors persisted that the young heiress to the throne had somehow escaped death. But in 1991, the mystery took another turn, when it was revealed that the bodies of most of the Romanovs and their servants lay in a mass grave in Yekaterinburg, Russia. But the bodies of a male and female child were missing. Source: MAW. That faint hope that Anastasia had escaped was crushed in 2007 when archaeologists discovered a second grave containing two more youthful sets of bones. Like the first set, the new bones were matched with a sample of Nicholas II's DNA, which had been extracted from bloodstains on a shirt worn during an 1891 assassination attempt. With all the Romanovs accounted for, it's now clear that Anastasia died as a young girl, with her family. Why did the Mayan civilization collapse? For a long time, people have puzzled about one of the freakiest societal collapses in human history. Why did the Maya people abandon dozens of cities they'd built in the Yucatan Peninsula in the 700s or 800s CE and allow what had been a highly developed civilization to turn into ruins? Some have theorized that the Maya were probably defeated in battle by rival peoples, or that the ruling class was overthrown in a peasant revolt. Others have advanced more outlandish explanations, such as an invasion by UFOs. But in a study published in 2012, Arizona State University researchers, who analyzed archaeological data with an eye to figuring out environmental conditions in the Mayan heyday, found evidence to substantiate a theory first advocated by historian Jared Diamond in his 2005 book, Collapse. The Maya, the researchers discovered, had burned and chopped down so much of the forest that they had altered the land's ability to absorb solar radiation, which in turn made clouds and rainfall scarce. That exacerbated a naturally occurring drought and caused erosion and soil depletion, which caused agriculture to fail. With less food available, workers were forced to leave the lowland cities to avoid starvation, and everything collapsed as a result. Was Umbrella Man involved in the JFK assassination? One of the weirdest enigmas of the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas was the presence of Umbrella Man. This blurry figure is seen in photographs raising a black umbrella along the presidential route, even though the sky was clear. Some saw him as proof of a conspiracy, an advanced man who was signaling the sniper. Others suspected that he might actually be an assassin himself, firing a poison dart gun concealed in his parasol. But when the U.S. House of Representatives reopened the JFK investigation in the late 1970s, a 53-year-old Dallas warehouse manager named Louis Stephen Witt came forward and testified that he was Umbrella Man. Granted, his explanation was a bit bizarre. Witt disliked JFK's father, former U.S. ambassador to the United Kingdom Joseph P. Kennedy, whom he faulted for supporting British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain's appeasement policies toward Hitler. Chamberlain's trademark was his ever-present umbrella, and Witt chose that day to brandish a big, conspicuous one in an effort to needle the president. He brought along a visual aid to the hearing, a battered black umbrella that he claimed was the one he'd used that day. A committee staffer popped it open to reveal that it didn't contain a weapon. Witt added, "If the Guinness Book of World Records had a category for people doing the wrong thing at the wrong time in the wrong place, I would be number one. 1 inch." It bears mentioning that there remain a lot more questions surrounding the assassination of JFK. Of course, Lee Harvey Oswald was found guilty of first-degree murder. Police believed and still maintain that he acted alone.
तो दोस्तों, आपको आज का अंक कैसा लगा हमें कमेंट सेक्शन में कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताएं। और अगर अभी तक आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और आने वाले वीडियो के नोटिफिकेशन के लिए